Ronnie Coleman versus Victor Richards, the dream matchup which never happened. From the late 80s and the early 90s, Victor Richards was considered as the greatest uncrowned Mr. Olympia. The 5 feet 10 inches giant won the 1992 Nigerian Championships, but refused to put his reputation on the line against the best of the day. Ronnie Coleman, on the other hand, is considered by many to be the greatest bodybuilder ever for winning the Olympia title for 8 times, defeating the best in their prime, and for carrying upwards of 300 pounds of shredded mass on his 5 feet 11 inches frame. It's interesting to note that despite the span between the eras in which each man flourished, they were born in the same year, 1964. Now, before we start our matchup for today, keep in mind that Victor never reached his best conditioning and definition due to the fact that he never competed at any of the major IFBB contests. So you will notice that he is not as shredded or as defined as a professional bodybuilder should be. The front double biceps shows that both have wide chest, shoulders, and lats that grant them an impressive V-taper. Victor has the smaller waist and the tighter midsection, which makes him look more aesthetic with that amazing vacuum pose. Both have powerful arms and separated biceps, with Ronnie having the better peak. You can notice that both are massive, but Ronnie's conditioning is on another level, because Victor arguably was never in a competitive shape. The front lat spread shows the size and the density Ronnie has in his lats over Victor. Both show incredible conditioning with striations in the chest and the shoulders. Notice how small Victor's waistline is with this amazing vacuum pose. Just want to mention that this photo, which was widely spread on the net, is not for Victor. Someone put Victor's head on Aaron Baker's body. Victor never had this bloated stomach. Here is the original photo showing Aaron Baker posing along with Flex Wheeler, Lee Priest, Paul Dillette, and Ronnie Coleman. The side chest shows the size and the conditioning Ronnie has over Victor, with his insanely massive and ripped chest, shoulders, and arms. Victor, on the other hand, shows a great physique for someone who never competed on the Olympia stage, with a tighter midsection. The back double biceps shows Ronnie's superior back. His wider lats pack more muscles. His massive traps perfectly connect with his shoulders, and his ripped hamstrings and glutes are on another level. Victor, on the other hand, has impressive arms, but his back doesn't stand a chance. His lower back, including his hamstrings and glutes, are not as massive nor as conditioned. But his conditioning would have been way better had he competed against the best in his time. The rear lat spread shows the width and the density Ronnie has in his lats. Both, however, have powerful traps which show in this pose. The side triceps shows the great conditioning they both have, even with Victor never competing on the Olympia stage. You can see the striations in Ronnie's massive chest and shoulders, and his triceps actually look impressive in this shot, unlike the other side triceps shots where his triceps look almost flattened. Victor doesn't have the same size in his shoulders and arms, but he maintains a very aesthetic and tight midsection. Unfortunately, Victor's abs and thighs pictures are very scarce, but I think he would definitely look more aesthetic than Ronnie with his tighter midsection and ripped abs and his unique ability of hitting the vacuum pose. Taken into consideration that Ronnie's midsection was always among his least impressive areas. The most muscular shows the incredible size and conditioning they both have in their upper physique, including the massive and the ripped chest, shoulders, and arms. It goes without saying that Ronnie has the more massive chest and shoulders, but keep in mind that we never saw Victor competing against the IFBB best contenders. Yet, I think this level is truly impressive. The crab most muscular shows that Victor had all the potential to find a place among the best in the world with the incredible genetics he showed in his prime. He was massive, conditioned, and vascular, with incredibly huge arms and quads, But above all, he had a very small and aesthetic midsection, and he could hit the vacuum pose as well. Let me know what you think about Victor Richards, the 90s uncrowned Mr. Olympia. Thanks for watching, and have a nice one.